Hello, it's Annie again, and welcome to the Walking Word, where we go through the Holy Bible in a year as part of discipling. We have just finished the book of Leviticus and now in the book of Numbers. And in Numbers is an interesting book because it's a hybrid of the laws. So God continues to spell out his laws and ordinances and things like that. But it's also a historical book. We see interesting things here. We'll see Balaam, a diviner, and his prophecies and how God deals with him. We shall also see things like Moses, getting water to drink from the rock. We shall see how God disciplines the Israelites as we continue reading. And it is such an interesting book. So we're going to start from chapter 1. And the book of Numbers, we'll also read a lot of Numbers because it was also the period where a lot of census was being done. There was a beginning census, then there's another second census. So it's also God showing us how he's multiplying the Israelites as they go along. So it's both a historical book and also still a legislative book. Let's continue. Chapter 1, the census. Okay. In the year following that of the Israelites' departure from the land of Egypt, on the first day of the second month, remember the first month was called Abib. Okay, good job. On the first day of the second month, the Lord said to Moses in the meeting tent in the desert of Sinai, "Take a census of the whole community of Israelites, by clans, by ancestral houses, registering each male individually. You and Aaron shall enroll in companies all the men in Israel of 20 years or more who are fit for military service." Moses' assistants. To assist you, there shall be a man from each tribe, the head of his ancestral house. These are the names of those who are to assist you. From Reuben, Eleazar, son of Sheduer. From Simeon, Shelumiel, son of Zerushadai. From Judah, Nahshon, son of Aminadab. From Issachar, Nethanel, son of Zuar. From Zebulun, Eliab, son of Helon. From Ephraim, Elishama, son of Amihud. And from Manasseh, Gamaliel, son of Pedazur, from the descendants of Joseph. Remember, before Jacob died and when he was giving his blessings, he claimed the sons of Joseph as his own. And that's why when you see the tribes of Israel, you never hear the name Joseph. It's because his two sons are then claimed as the sons of Jacob, sorry. From Benjamin, Abidan, son of Gideoni. From Dan, Ahiezer, son of Amishadai. From Asher, Pagiel, son of Ochran. From Gad, Eliasaph, son of Reuel. From Naphtali, Ahira, son of Enan. Okay. From verse 16. These were the counselors of the communities, princes of the ancestral tribes, chiefs of the troops of Israel. So Moses and Aaron took these men who had been designated and assembled the whole community on the first day of the second month. Every man of 20 years or more then declared his name and his lineage according to the clan of and ancestral house, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Count of 12 tribes. This is their census as taken in the desert of Sinai. Of the descendants of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, registered the lineage of clans and ancestral houses. When the males of 20 years or more were fit for military service were polled, 46,500 enrolled in the tribe of Reuben. Of the descendants of Simeon, registered by lineage and clans and ancestral houses, when all the males of 20 years or more who were fit for military service were polled, 59,300 were enrolled in the tribe of Simeon. Of the descendants of Gad, registered by lineage in clans and ancestral houses, when all the males of the 20 years or more were fit for military service were polled, 45,650 were enrolled in the tribe of Gad. Of the descendants of Judah, registered in the lineage in clans and ancestral houses, when all of the males of 20 years or more who were fit for military service were polled, 74,600 were enrolled in the tribe of Judah. Of the descendants of Issachar, registered by lineage in clans and ancestral houses. When all the males and 20 years or more who were fit for military service were polled, 54,400 were enrolled in the tribe of Issachar. Of the descendants of Zebulun, registered by lineage, mhm, in clans and ancestral houses, when all the males of 20 years or more who were fit for military service were polled, 57,400 were enrolled in the tribe of Zebulun. Of the descendants of Joseph, of the descendants of Ephraim, registered by lineage in the clans and ancestral houses, when all the males of 20 years or more who were fit for military service were polled, 40,500 were enrolled in the tribe of Ephraim. Of the descendants of Manasseh, registered by lineage in clans and ancestral houses, when all the males of 20 years or more who were fit for military service were polled, 32,200 were enrolled in the tribe of Manasseh. Of the descendants of Benjamin, registered by lineage, in the clans of ancestral houses, when all the males of 20 years or more who were fit for military service were polled, 35,400 were enrolled in the tribe of Benjamin. Of the descendants of Dan, registered by lineage in clans and ancestral houses, when all the males of 20 years or more who were fit for military service were polled, 62,700 were enrolled in the tribe of Dan. Of the descendants of Asher, registered by lineage in the clans and ancestral houses, when all the males of 20 years or more who were fit for military service were polled, 40,500 were enrolled in the tribe of Asher. Of the descendants of Naphtali, registered by lineage in the clans of ancestral houses, when all the males of 20 years or more who were fit for military service were polled, 53,400 were enrolled in the tribe of Naphtali. It was these who were registered each according to his ancestral house. In the census taken by Moses and Aaron and the 12 princes of Israel, the total number of the Israelites of 20 years or more who were fit for military service, registered by ancestral houses, was 603,550. Levites omitted in the census. Ooh, wow. The Levites, however, were not registered by an ancestral tribe with the others, for the Lord had told Moses, "The tribe of Levi alone you shall not enroll, nor include in the census along with the other Israelites. You are to give the Levites charge of the dwelling of the commandments with all its equipment and all that belongs to it. If they who shall carry the dwelling with all its equipment and who shall be its ministers, they shall therefore camp around the dwelling. When the dwelling is to move, the Levites shall take it down, and when the dwelling is to be pitched, it is the Levites who shall set it up. Any layman who comes near it shall be put to death, while the other Israelites shall camp by companies, each in its own division of the camp. The Levites shall camp around the dwelling of the commandments. Otherwise, God's wrath will strike the Israelite community. The Levites then shall have charge of the dwelling of the commandments. All the Israelites fulfilled as the Lord had commanded. Isn't it interesting? I'm just picturing myself as a Levite. Every tribe is just counting their people, they're making queues. God has instructions for them. Okay, all the male, 20 and above, fit for military, line up here, women, children, like there's order. And the Levites are just seated on the corner watching. And these are the blessings of God and the surprises of God, that at the end of it all, God is like, okay. Actually, for the Levites, their job is totally different. They shall carry my presence. So we don't count them. Can you imagine the level of relief, the level of anointing upon them, the level of sacredness and just the depiction of God's holiness, that out of all those tribes, I'll set one apart. I won't even count them. I'll treat them differently because of the work they're about to do for me. Let's continue in chapter 2, the arrangement of the tribes.